Yo, what's up, everyone? AR Comics here, now dropping content with the Comic Collectors Guild. And you know what day it is? New Comic Book Day Wednesday. And I'm going to be going over all of my new pickups. I'm going to be showing you the beautiful artwork inside these books. And I'm going to be talking about my most hyped up book for the week. So stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. As some of you already know, I'm a proud new member of the Comic Collectors Guild, and I'm so excited to announce I'm going to be handling all of their comic book related stuff. So, new issues, old issues, reviews, unboxings, all of that good stuff. I'll make sure to tag everything down below, the website, Instagram, all of that good stuff. They're a great group of guys, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. So let's get started on the real reason why you're here. These books are in no specific order besides my top issue of the week. You know that one's going to be last. So let's get started. First up, we got Daily Bugle number 2. I was a big fan of the first one. I thought it was very good, and I love how it's kind of more news-based. Like, it's focused on them finding stories instead of, the typical Spider-Man save-the-day type stuff. And it's really cool, and the artwork is beautiful. Just to go through a few pages right here. I'm sure you like that. Moving on a little bit more. And like I said, the first one was a great read. It was very exciting, and it's a shame that it's only going to be a 5-issue run. But very hyped up for this one. Not the best one of the week, but it's going to be a good one. Next up, we have Fantastic Four Grim Noir number 1. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be a one-shot. I'll have to look into that. But this is another book I'm very excited for. Now, honestly, before we get into all of it, these last couple weeks I've been, I was excited to read some of these books, but they all kind of fell flat to me. They were all kind of story build-ups, these last few weeks of books. And I gotta say, this week, they're all issues, they're all a little bit further down the line, or like a one-shot, where all the action is finally happening, and I can't wait to read these. So this was another book I was really looking forward to. I loved reading that Spider-Man Noir. Well, the Spider-Verse with Spider-Man Noir. And I thought it was so good. And this is another one. It's kind of got the noir aspect, and it's grim. It's going to be so good. I cannot wait to read this. The artwork is fantastic. Everything looks cool. It's got that dark aspect. Let's see if we can find another good page. It's beautiful. I'm so excited for this. So I hope you guys were able to pick that one up. My shop didn't have too many, surprisingly. Maybe a big one this week. Next up, Star number 2. Now, I recently just read the first one, and I wasn't really anticipating getting the second one, only because I didn't read the first. But I read the first one probably today, maybe yesterday, one or the other. And this is surprisingly extremely good. I did not think it was going to be this good, and it's definitely up there. The last issue left off with basically she's got the reality stone in her. She doesn't know how to control it, and she's kind of using it for bad. Someone's hunting her, and she wants to figure out who it is. But she's trying to use that stone the best of her ability to handle it. And then the issue ended with Jessica Jones and Scarlet Witch being there. So this issue is going to have a lot of Scarlet Witch. The artwork is so nice as well. So another good one for this week. Next up, Ant-Man number 2. I wasn't going to get this at first. To be honest, the reason I did is because I looked through it, and it looked really good. It was going to be between this one and that Falcon Winter Soldier number 1. Well, turns out I didn't get that one. So this one ended up, it was very kind of, if you've watched the movies, it's very Ant-Man, his personality. They kind of hit the comedy aspect with it pretty well. And the artwork was cool and very colorful, as you can tell. Ended up with him he's broke, he's poor, and he took on some job to figure out what's happening with all the bees. And when he got to South Florida or wherever it was at, pretty cool stuff, right? So he ended up figuring out what was wrong. He fought some dude named Swarm. Turns out Swarm was collecting all of the bees so he could take down these other 3 insect monsters. It was actually a pretty cool story, especially paired well with the artwork. I'm excited for it. Next one, ForceWorks 2020. Another very last second pickup. I know I've been hyping up the Iron Man 2020 run. It's been good. It could be better. I don't know. I can't really describe it. I'm kind of just neutral. I'm intrigued with the story that's going on, but at the same time, I feel like I don't really care what's going on. And then I picked up Machine Man, the tie-in, and the tie-in, just same thing. I just felt like I really didn't care what was happening, but it was interesting. You got to see his perspective of everything that was going on during that like robot revolution. So I picked this one up too. I'm sure it's going to be pretty cool. If this one's not good, I'm not going to get any more tie-ins. Hold me to that. But this, I think it was the artwork that sold me. It's not bad. It's pretty good. And like I said, the concept of this Tony Stark, maybe a robotic Tony Stark, I don't even know if he's human yet, is leading this charge of a robotic revolution. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Next up, I think this is the only indie book. I know, these are literally all Marvel. I'm usually pretty big on the indies, but I opted to get Folklords number 4. I was a little unsure if I was going to pick it up, but after seeing only 2 copies at my shop today, I got it. Whatever. The last issue was very boring. It was extremely slow, and I feel like they could have cut half of it and just went on with the library. So if you are keeping up, they have found like where they can go to this like library where all the secrets are kept. It's forbidden, all that stuff. I just think they could have got their last issue. So looking through it, it looks like the whole issue is basically going to take place there, or at least most of it. So I'm pretty excited to see where that goes. If you aren't reading this, here's what the artwork looks like. It's nice artwork. It pairs well with the story, and the covers have been fantastic. So it's not bad. It's a fun read. If you're not too, let me get some good, well, it's, like I said, it's okay. And if you aren't keeping up with it, what it's about is, so, you know how you grow up, you have fairy tales, you have, stuff like that. Well, in their world, we are the fairy tale, and some kid, when you turn 18, you pick a quest, and he wants to find us. So that's basically what the entire run is, all 5 issues. I hope they extend it, but I guess we'll see. Not too bad. Now, down to the last 3 issues. I'm going to be honest, I had a really tough time picking, let me see. I had a tough time picking my top issue of the week this week. So it's going to be probably a toss-up between all 3 of these. So the first one, we have Basketful of Heads, number, I think 6. Number 5. This probably would have been my top issue of the week. However, the last one I thought was very boring. I didn't think it was very good. It was still interesting, but it went on like a more comedy route, and I just didn't like that. It really like took away the vibe that they had in the first few other issues with the horror and I don't know, everything that they were doing with it. Here's some artwork as well. The artwork is very gritty, it's nice, and it went so well with like that, I don't know, 60s, I don't know, campy horror theme. That's really what it is to me. Like if you grew up watching like those old 80s horror movies, it's just kind of what it reminds me of. So here's a little bit more artwork. It's not bad, and I really hope they kind of bring back that horror vibe. I was talking to someone who already read it, and he said it was very good and is definitely a good pickup. So we're down to the last 2. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 40. I love this cover. Love it, love it. If you remember from the last issue, so I don't remember his name, but he made a bet with Chance the Encounter that he couldn't get Spidey's web shooters. And that's basically, I don't know, there's some filler in the rest of the issue, but that's basically the whole gist of what this issue should be about. And I'm really excited because now we get to see some fights instead of just some boring talking between Jonah Jameson and Spidey, which was still a pretty good issue, but for these last few, they've really been focusing on J. Jonah Jameson, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not too sure why he has this massive, let's find a better page. I'm not too sure why he's got this massive role in the story right now. I don't know. He doesn't really seem too relevant. but at the same time, I kind of like where they're going with it. So we'll see. I hope it's good. It should be. Now, as you guys know me, I don't get a lot of DC. I don't get anything really relating to it. I mean, you did see Basketful of Heads, but I actually really like that one. Other than that, you don't see me get too much other stuff. I think this is going to be my top issue of the week. I'm not too sure yet, but I love the cover. Detective Comics 1020. I love that cover. It basically sold me right there, and they said it's going to be a brand new arc. And this is what I like Batman for. I love the detective side of it. That's just what I enjoy. I tried doing Batman's Grave. I thought it was crap. I'm not too interested in it. But even looking through this, I'm really hoping this is good. A lot of people like the City of Bane. I think that has to do with Detective Comics. I'm going to be honest. I'm not too sure, but I know a lot of people I talked to loved it, and this just looks really good too. Let's see if we can get another good page for you. So I'm excited to read it. I'm excited for this new arc, and I hope it's good. I know I talked to a lot of people. They've given up on DC, especially after that Batman 89 and today's Hell's Arisen #3. Don't fall for it, man. Do not buy those books, extremely overpriced as they are. They will drop. You will find your copy. You will be able to read it. If you're spending more than cover price, honestly, even if you spend $8 to $10, that sucks. But given the market right now, some people are selling it for like $45 or $50. I saw one online right now for $55, and I've seen some that are even higher than that. And that's outrageous. Do not waste your money on that. These books came out to like $30 total. That one book is not worth that much money. It will drop. So, with that being said, these were my books for the week. This, I think, is going to be my top issue of the week. And I'm excited to read them. I'm going to get them read as fast as I can, and so I can come back and review them all for you guys. And with that being said, so what books did you guys pick up this week? Am I wrong on that Hell's Arisen 3? Should I be spending that money on it? Make sure you comment below. Let me know what you think. What issue do you think was top-notch this week? Which one out of my stack do you think was better than, say, this one? Let me know. So have a good night.